You don't like math. This is where the hell begins. Sorry. Hell. Hell. Now,
Yeah.
that's a one. It's a winning of 1. Take 10 away from it, right?
No, she has 21.
Oh, you started with 12.
Yeah, we started with 20. She ended up with the 11.
How can you finish with 11? Best you can do is 20. If you win on every round, right? Somebody's been stealing.
2 to 1 if you
2 to 1, but you have to bet all the first 10. If you win every one bet, you get 2 times 10 is 20. You can't get 21. Not on 10 bets. You said that's Chad. You made my point beautifully, by the way. So no, guys, we'll call it 20. We'll call it 10. We'll call it 10. But my point was this: I wanted to ask because theoretically, you could have lost every round. Theoretically, you could have lost every single round. It didn't happen in here, but it could happen, yes? By the end of today, you'll be able to calculate how often it should happen. By the end of today, you'll actually know that. But it didn't happen to anybody in here, which probably means it's a pretty common event. It's a pretty common event, or it's a pretty rare event. So you can see the rare events. What you're going to see right now is what's called a distribution of outcomes. What's the matter with me? Good, and so theoretically speaking, this chart goes -10 to +10, correct? If you lose every single round, you end up with 0, minus 10 is -10. If you win every single round, you end up with 20, minus 10 is +10, and everywhere in between. Fair? So that's why, Terry, I'm going to call you a 20 instead of a 21. Did you win I'm assuming you won every round. Oh, so your data is actually mixed together. Oh.
I think at one point.
I don't know what the hell happened over there. I'm going to say that she won every round because it doesn't happen often, but it can happen. Watching you. All right. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go around and call all the winnings. Let's put these in quotes, right? You guys raise your hand if that applied to you. Deanna, I need your data. Where were you? Oh, she has it. Okay. Trying to sneak out of my room. Okay. So -7. That was one of you guys, right?
Yeah, our lowest one is actually -8 though.
Oh, you had a -8? Holy crap.
Yeah, I got
wow. That's okay. I got a bag of more if you need more. I'm totally fine. So we have a -8. How about -7? Just one of those? -6. Who ended with -6? In other words, you had 4 starbursts in front of you at the end of your round. Nobody? -6. Oh, Deanna. Nobody had -6. -5. That was you. You guys have a -5, yes? I feel like I'm being confusing. I apologize. You have a negative. That's what I thought. I know you guys at least have a -5. Okay. -4. One of those, yeah. -4. -3. -2. 2. -1. Pat. Pat. I just said Pat had 1. 0. Who broke even? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the hands. Actually, the video camera can't see them. Look at the hands. What I'm saying. Look at the hands, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. +1 now. Do I count you, Haley? Yes? The hand went up and then went back down again.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2. +2. +3.
Wait, do you have
I can add more. I can add more if we need to.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
All good. I can add more. 4. +4. See, Pat pops in my mind. 5. I know you guys have a 5. Anybody else? We got Callan, Toby. 6. 7. 8.
I'm pretty sure that's what I actually have.
You actually had 8. Okay, so we'll just stop at 8. 9 and 10. Anybody get 9 and 10? I'm pretty sure I had 8. I just cheated and got a few more. That's all good. Now the first thing, you messed up. Oh, it's okay. So 5 and -2. Okay, guys, gotta change it. It's okay. It's okay. Gotta change data real quick. We gotta take one of the 5s away.
And one of the -5s.
And one of the -5s away, which is just one of them. And we gotta add. This becomes 3. This becomes 3. Just because these guys had to fix their data. They were in the wrong spot. This is our data. This is our data. What I'd like to do is figure out on average how much we won. Because a great discussion happened right here between Kaylee and Randall. Because you cleaned up, Kaylee, and Randall tanked. Shut up. And I said, I'm not trying to be and what did I say? On average, what happened? It's a wash between these two, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I want to see the entire data set. And I find it interesting. You see what's very interesting about this? 0 is the most common. Right, do I not have you in here?
You need to add a negative.
Add a -4. One more, so this is -4 here, right? So you got 1, 2, yeah. Yep, make that a 2 then. Thank you, my friend. Anybody else I didn't count? I want to make sure I count for everybody. How's the game look right now for the players? Negative means obviously you walk out of the casino with less than you walked in. 0 means you walk out with exactly the same that you walked in. And positive means you walked out with more than you walked in. So how's it look for players?
I'll play.
It's either good or it's too close to call with me just looking at it. I love this. This makes me exceptionally happy. Right? Make sense? So let's figure it out. Now, we'll take our 5 here too while we're doing this, but in order to do a weighted average, you'd have to do this times this, plus this times this, plus this times this, plus this times this. You can ignore the zeros obviously because they're going to cancel anyway, right? See, anything with a 0, you can just take those out. There were no 6s and 5s, we can just remove those. And there were no 7s, so we can remove that one too. So remember weighted average from a couple weeks ago? No. You don't? Well, here it is. We did it when you were flipping coins and pulling cards out of, yeah, you remember doing it. So, yeah, I want you to work it out. So work out this times this plus this times this, all that divided by how many there are, which I'll add up for you over the break. Let's take our 5. While you're taking your 5, mosey back in, start doing some crunching. I want to find out how we're doing. Should we all go to Vegas? Stop talking to go to Vegas?